I don't really like Michelle Obama. Her school lunch program was bullshit. They're kids. Kids can eat anything and burn it off. Kids can eat the most unhealthy diet on the planet and not even burp. As long as they run around the backyard and you limit how much food they have.
He acquiesced to every request that Trump had, gave him.
Like, one of the fattest kids I ever seen, I can't remember what show it was on. God damn it. But whatever. He was like 3 or 4, and he had to have one of those CPAP sleep mask gimmicks. And he's like 4. But it didn't matter whether it was a McDonald's cheeseburger or, let's say, a turkey roll-up. He'd keep asking for more food. More food, more food. And I get it. Well, I get it because it's a single mom. That, as a mom, you have a need to feed your kid when they're hungry. So do fathers, but fathers are like, no, you just fucking ate. Let's wait a couple of hours, let's go on the treadmill, and then we can have a little snack.
Time repeatedly.
And yes, I would have no problem if it was my child being like, no, you're on a fucking diet.
Helped.
Tell you what. Daddy'll do it with you. And the mom's complete inability to tell her child no. Because she said in the documentary, how do you tell your baby no when they want food and they're hungry? Very easily! He looks like the black Stay Puft Marshmallow Man! This is Fat People on Welfare. Song a day, 5,000, whatever.
Fat people on welfare.
They technically shouldn't exist.
I'm not your enemy.
No, but I get a little annoyed when I constantly hear leftist assholes like you say, oh, it's so horrible that, these people on welfare are struggling and can't put food on the table, and I take one look. You act like poor people are starving in this country. I take one look at the average poor person and they're fat as fuck.
There, but for fortune, oh, go.
But you still can't put a president in jail. Again, the whole Secret Service, and they have the authority to take him out of jail if they choose. Even if Trump's convicted, they have the authority to take him out of prison right now.
You owe me.
By the way, if the thing were reversed, they would have the same thing with Biden, and I'd say the exact same goddamn thing.
Divide.
Yeah, but human beings have always been divided. Human beings, we don't really like one another. So, no, you're never going to get this thing of, I don't know, everyone coming together.
Fat people on welfare is a non sequitur.
No, it's making a point. That they complain about the benefits being too little, yet these people have more than enough money to buy more than enough food that makes them fat as fuck. Again, you used to work in a grocery store. Your average person on EBT, which is essentially food stamps, fatter than fuck. Oh, and bought nothing but garbage. Yeah, and if you knew anything about business, you'd know just how thin the profit margin is, and just how close even successful businesses are to going out of business. Again, there was this company. At one point, it was the largest retailer in the United States or in the world. It has a great big black tower in Chicago. It's called Sears. Where the fuck is Sears now? Oh yeah, nothing but a copyright that some jackass owns. And that's it. They're gone. They're dead. Sears and Roebuck's. Been in business for 100 fucking years and no longer with us. Yeah, Kmart. They used to be number one. They're gone, or all but extinct. Walmart's starting to shrink. How long before they go belly up? Because again, you know, left-wing cities and left-wing states have basically legalized shoplifting. Because suffering makes you stronger.
Divide, divide, divide.
Plus, I'm trying to lose weight, so staying hungry as long as possible makes sure I'm losing weight.
Divide.
Woman's right.
And you think Bernie Sanders is a good guy?
To preserve her body however she chooses.
Yeah. Most of them are to a point. And again, a lot of women are against abortion. Also, you're against the death penalty, which is completely hypocritical.
They care about science. They are not fascists.
Actually, if I had to do a scale, the left has way more marbles in their category than the right does on the question of which party is fascist. Antifa is fascist. They're just too stupid to know it because all of them were raised by a single fucking mother.
But it's the Zoomers and...
Yeah, that's Gen Z. Gen Alpha is incredibly anti-authoritarian and way more right-wing. Because they grew up having their childhood destroyed by the lockdown, having their education destroyed by the lockdown. Kids don't learn on a Zoom call. They learn in school. You can't have a kid focus on a Zoom call for 5 minutes, let alone 6 hours.
Boomers crap anymore because they'll just hold out for what they want to do. And I applaud them for that. We went from quiet quitting to, you know, I'm just going to quit and you guys can figure it out.
And what is this person going to do for money? I mean, if it's a woman, she can go on OnlyFans, so there's that. You do know this is going to backfire, and backfire hard. Whatever, you do you.
Because we have realized through the pandemic, they don't need it. We don't need it. There are better ways to go about it. And
so what? Just have the government print off endless money? Just give everyone money every month? Well, then the currency's worthless and we face the same problem Venezuela does. And since nobody's working, there'll be no products on the shelf. You soy boy fag! Nobody at McDonald's deserves $30 an hour. The job ain't that fucking hard. Maybe the manager, I'll make an exception. Maybe the manager deserves $30 an hour, but not the fucking pimple-faced teen working the goddamn cash register. It ain't that hard of a job. Wouldn't shock me if he's another one of the champagne socialists. They all are. Hell, Karl Marx was the original champagne socialist. Who also, by the way, let 2 of his children starve to death because he was too lazy to get a job. These jobs are not prestigious jobs. They are not careers. They are worked by one of 3 groups of people. Old people looking for something to do. Kids looking to get their feet wet in the labor market. Or adults looking for an extra bit of cash. If you are over the age of 20 and you're still working at Burger King, you have a problem. You should have moved on to a better job about a year ago. The only people working at Burger King should be between the ages of 14 to, I'd say, 17. And that's just due to restrictions on jobs because of certain things. Some companies won't hire anyone under 18. Some companies won't hire anyone under 21. But if you're 22 and you're still working your Burger King part-time job, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm tired of everyone demanding a free life. Or that the world should provide you with a living. No, it's your job to beat the shit out of the world, grab it by the balls, and squeeze them until the world gives you what you want.
That they were able to convince tons of people to not take COVID seriously and to get needless.
COVID was not that fucking serious, you bloomin' fucking retard! The COVID numbers were highly inflated. Highly inflated. Oh, they died of COVID. Well, how old were they? Oh, they were 94. What? A bad cracker would have killed them.
Small portion.
Well, I'm sorry that immunocompromised people can take precautions when they want, but you're probably going to die young anyway. If I was immunocompromised, I would have never put on the mask. I wouldn't put on the mask. I'd be like, well, fuck it. If I get it, I get it. If I die, I die. Medicaid has been completely abused. So is Social Security, because people are getting it in their 20s because they're technically disabled. I mean, and the requirements to get it are ridiculously low. Oh, I have some mental problems. I can't have a job. Really? You can't have a job? You mentally retarded? Like you in a wheelchair? You know, I seen a guy that's pretty fucked up on MS. He had a job. I mean, it wasn't glorious or anything. He was never going to make a living at it, but, you know, he liked it. He felt proud.
I'm lying.
Unless you're military, no, you do not have PTSD. Fuck you.
I know exactly what happened.
Oh, your husband used to beat you up. Fuck it, get over it. They went to war, fought in World War II, and what did they do? They came home and fucking went back to work, did what they had to do. And they didn't sit in there fucking crying about it, saying, oh, I got fucked over, oh, poor fucking me. This is another problem in this country. Where the fuck is our self-esteem? Every single son of a bitch wants to be part of some goddamn victims group, be it the Indians, the blacks, the Asians, the gays, the lesbians, the women, the what the fuck ever. And if you actually sit them down, they have no answer to this question. All the good shit you have in your life, did you get it? Or did you have a problem getting it because you are who you are? The answer is no. Nobody hindered you. Nobody helped you because of your whatever group affiliation. All the good things I have in my life, I got because I'm me. And most of these fucking assholes complain about shit that happened so goddamn fucking long ago, it might as well be a goddamn movie. You want to live a good life, you want to live a happy life, quit whining and crying and bitching and moaning about some group thing. Worry about you and you alone.